Welcome in, fam. If you're new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today to do another general collective reading. We are not sign specific here. We are also gender fluid. I may be saying you, I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. I have, in fact, jumped into someone else's timeline. I don't know who this is. I don't know who I'm reading for. So if any parts of this reading resonate for you, give it a thumbs up so that we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. Okay? So I have a situation here where as I was laying the cards, I heard acceptance of the past because the past is jumped out. Okay, so there's a situation from your past that you may either be ruminating over or you're thinking heavily about. It's in your energy. And Spirit is inviting you to find a level of acceptance where I just heard not like where you're hemming and hawing about what to do, but this is really about seeing something for what it is, what it was, whatever you had, but understanding it and seeing it for what it really is. This is about acceptance, not doing anything about it. Can't change it. But there's a level of acceptance, number one, that is needed here about a relationship that may have come to an end. So maybe this is about accepting the fact that the relationship has come to an end despite the past that you may have had. So if you have a long past with somebody, a history, that's the word I was looking for. So say you have a history with someone, right? There is some energy from the past that's still looming. This is about your acceptance of what transpired in the past, because whatever that is what's bringing this relationship to a close or has brought the relationship to a close. And it's your acceptance. Thank you, Spirit. It is your acceptance that opens the doors to personal healing and happiness. The sooner you do it, and this is like happening quickly, the sooner you do it, the faster everything starts to move. This may also be related to moving. So you may have someone here, you perhaps maybe making a quick exit. Making a quick exit out of this relationship, or making a quick exit, like say you're moving, relocating or something like that. Okay. Part of the obstacle here is somebody here may be experiencing high levels of anxiety. High levels of anxiety, and I want to say it's because of the decision. It may be because of the decision to move on, but there was a decision. You may have been at a crossroad at some point. And so now you've made a decision about what it is that you want to do, but you could be having anxiety about the decision that you made. Like, am I making the right choice? Am I doing the right thing, right? Somebody here may feel like they've run out of time or they don't have a lot of time to make this decision, as somebody may have made a decision in haste. This definitely has something to do with a relationship. And it doesn't, again, I don't have soulmates out here, but it's definitely there's a relationship here. I've got 2 cards of relationship, 3. Okay, I have 4 cards here of relationship. No, I'm looking. I have 4 cards here based around relationships. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, because none of these imply romantic specifically, because it's all love, any love, right? So this could be any kind of relationship that you have love for somebody. If you're struggling, okay, I'm getting another message. So if you're struggling with your heart chakra, like, there may be some of you who really, hate is a strong word. I'm just going to put that out there. Hate is a very strong word. So I'm feeling as though part of this dilemma, because this is in the dilemma situation, it's in the dilemma space. Part of this situation is requiring you to keep your heart chakra open, because I am getting a lot of anger, and not quite rage, but it's anger. And this anger, or this anger energy is preventing you from keeping your heart open, because you're giving off like, I hate you energy, right? Remember, all things are centered in love. Okay, I'm gonna remind you of this often. The one who chooses love wins. Embed that in your brain. Okay? This is about you maintaining your heart space. Even though somebody may have let you down, somebody may have hurt your feelings, or whatever. Being able to have compassion, because recognizing that people act and they move based on their own understanding and their own level, their own ego, whatever. This is about you maintaining your compassionate heart despite how somebody else is moving. Don't let this change you. Don't let this make you a hard person. Okay, I hope that lands. I hope whoever's listening to this, whoever this message is for, I hope that you hear me when I say that. Keep your heart open. I know that this has been a tough time. Okay? I know that it feels like, you may have been running out of time, or some people are even playing that age game where, like, I'm this, years old, and I feel like I should have my shit together by now, and I don't, right? Someone here feels like they're running out of time, or they've run out of time, or they're losing time. Made this decision in haste, but there's still a lot of anxiety carried behind it. And again, Spirit is just reminding you really to keep your heart chakra open. I do see where part of this lesson is you being able to move past your own fear to move forward in your journey. This also has a lot to do with balancing your emotions. Okay? And balancing your emotions, it also has a lot to do with maturity, matured emotions, where you have the emotional maturity where you're not needling somebody. Don't needle. Don't poke the bear. It is what it is, because literally once you make this decision, see how it all ties in. Once you have committed to moving past your own fear and harnessing this emotional energy that you may have, it might be a little all over the place right now, but once you kind of hone it all in, Spirit is literally going to bless you. I think that came up in one of my last readings too. It's like, as soon as you commit to making the change, literally Spirit is like, all right, they've made a choice, let's rush in with all the blessings, right? Because the blessed card in the upright, you may also be seeing synchronicities of 222. Oh, I got a lot of twos out here. Literally, Spirit's trying to balance your life right now. And I do feel like there's some deceit that you have to move past. There's some lies, cheating. This card is snake, the other woman. Okay, lies, cheat, deceit, jealous, desire. Can be the other woman. Generally, it's a woman. Could also be an attack. Okay. So it's kind of like once you move past the fear of this situation that's filled maybe with lies and deceit, get a hold of your emotions, the journey begins to open up, and you are blessed not only with love. Literally, Spirit is trying to guide you directly towards another opportunity for love. There is love, because I see a bunch of hearts here. Okay? You, at the core of this, at the center of this, there's someone here who has not been operating in their highest integrity. Again, I'm also getting someone here who's, not only are they not grounded, they don't show up as their most authentic self. Someone is not showing up as their most authentic self. And what radiates beyond that is the fact that there's no bringing this back together. Somebody has a very deep knowing that there's change upon them, that there is no bringing this relationship back together. Mending is in the reverse, so there's no bringing this relationship back together. It is definitely time to go. Somebody here may be refocusing, like if there was something that they had turned their back on in the past, they may be redirecting their focus back to it as they're making their exit. To actually put in the work. Thank you. I feel like somebody here had been very loyal to some, like you were, say, I don't know whose energy this is. Say if you were really loyal to somebody, right? Loyal, you show up as a loyal heart within a relationship. I kind of feel like someone here may have been utilizing this relationship to get ahead. Oh, child, I'm getting this is a lot. So there's a relationship. I feel like somebody here may have been using the relationship or the connection in the relationship to get ahead, to get a leg up, to get some help, for some help. But the thing is that there is work needing to be done. There may have been work needing to be done and somebody dropped the ball. So somebody, this came up in the last reading, this card, but it was in the upright. So maybe whoever I'm talking to had a business or an idea, because I see co-create over here, and I'm looking at all these eggs. So somebody here may have had like a business idea or something that they wanted to start. But like at some point they gave up on it. They gave up on a dream. They gave up on the situation. They stopped putting in work. They needed to continue putting work into it, but they didn't. So I kind of feel like now that this person has elected or realized that it's time, it's definitely time to go. There's, once we accept the situation for what it is, somebody's recognizing down here, like, okay, if I really want this thing to grow, then I'm going to have to actually do the work. I'm going to have to put the work into it. But before I do that, I got to go. Because this situation or environment is not healthy for me, and I know that. There is no coming back together here because you and I cannot co-create together. Yeah. Co-create, that's crazy. Somebody here realizes that they can't build with somebody else. They can't build. There's no building here. There's nobody doing. So it's kind of like maybe one person was doing all of the work. One person was doing all of the doing. I talked about this in the 10 when I described the 10 of Wands. Because sometimes with the 10 of Wands, you'll be the one doing all the doing, right? I think this is a theme from like maybe 3 years ago. Where we had people who were just out here doing. You're the go-to person. If somebody needs a volunteer, you got your hand up in the air. You're like, yeah, I got you, right? You're, Johnny on the spot. But the problem is that you end up putting all these extra burdens on yourself because you don't know how to say no. You don't know how to exercise boundaries and say no. And then after a while, because you're doing all of this doing, you start feeling resentful. Because you start to recognize that people aren't doing for you the way that you do for them. But you also have to take responsibility for the fact that you've been doing all the doing. So if you're the one out here doing, and feeling some kind of way about it, then stop. Okay? Because if the energy isn't reciprocated, you're just doing for the sake of doing and getting nothing in it for return. Getting nothing back in return. In this situation, I have somebody here, or I have a situation here where what's balancing out is your exit. The fact that you don't want to put any more work into this is appropriate. It's appropriate. Because somebody here is not doing the work. Somebody has not been doing the actual work or taking the steps to build onto the foundation. And there is no coming back from that. Somebody is doing the work, has chosen to move away from this situation, an ungrounded person, an ungrounded situation, in favor of putting work into something that they may have abandoned and left behind in the past. Okay. Literally don't know whose story this is. It's very interesting. All right. Like, if I'm tapping into your story, could you please tell me? Because I don't know what this is about. I'm unfamiliar with this story. Yeah. Okay. So somebody here is standing their ground. But there's a tower moment here. I feel like something has come out, or some information has come out, or something is coming out, and it creates the tower, so that obliterates any kind of new opportunity or opportunity for abundance. Ooh, this could even be, yeah, this breaks up the foundation of a relationship. Ooh, this is the second time that this is the second time that I've had the Emperor and the Empress come out together. One is upright and one is in the reverse. And the Tower here with the Justice in the reverse, like literally something is coming out. There could be a child here. Oh, shit. This is interesting. That's misfortune. That's an injustice carried out. Waiting for their ships to come in. Here's some confusion. Confusion or lies within a relationship. Somebody defending themselves, having to, or feeling the need to defend themselves or stand their ground. I have somebody here who no more. Somebody's done doing something repetitively, but they're still there. Somebody's still there. But there's like an all the way slowdown. So whatever is going on within this relationship dynamic, there's been some type of blockage, or there's like there is some financial loss here. Somebody is also feeling very much like a victim. So whatever is happening, it's supposed to happen. I'm sorry. If somebody here is experiencing misfortune, shocking change, shocking revelation, I do have here that there could be some, like, there could have been a child here, or there's a child, there's a relationship, there's a child. Or a pregnancy, it could be a loss, like somebody maybe lost their child. Okay. Somebody here could have lost a child. There could be a relationship here. Well, there's a relationship here. It could be children involved, or there is definitely a child or a loss of a child. Two. I'm looking at this guy's hands. He's got his hands up like this. So maybe there could be two children. I also feel you have a masculine energy here who's really somebody who got a slick mouth. They know what they're doing, though. You have somebody here who has a real slick mouth, but they know what they're doing. They think they're being slick. They think they're being clever by just talking shit. they also spread a lot of confusion. Like the things that they say, it can come across a little wonky, so it creates the air of confusion. Somebody here is having to gain courage because they're losing there's somebody's losing a lot of stuff here. Feeling abandoned, but it's more like a victim, like it's a victim of circumstance, having to overcome their fear. Definitely some toxicity within the relationship. I feel like, and if this is a commitment, because a Hierophant is like dead ass center in this, and it's in the middle. So I have the energy here of somebody. Here's the commitment. I don't want to do this anymore. Here's the toxic connection. It literally could be just a sexual nature. Somebody's finally seeing that, like, okay, so maybe your sex is popping. That's great, but that ain't really enough to like keep the relationship going. Somebody's seeing that now. There absolutely can be healing, because I do see reconciliation and healing. However, okay, that's not bad. So somebody here had to make a decision. And I feel like it almost feels like being put between a rock and a hard place. So it's kind of like, do I choose between the person that oppresses me, or, you know, the person that makes me feel oppressed or whatever, or being on my own with absolutely nothing, losing it all. Somebody's having to make a choice. There's definitely fear here in making the choice. But I also feel as though they know that they're waiting for new opportunities so that they can come out of this. If this is an energy of somebody who's currently codependent because they've, you know, again, like in the last reading, somebody lost their job. So this kind of is giving me the same energy. So it's the shock of that. It seems unfair. This is a lot going on right here. Okay, so it kind of feels like, okay, here okay, follow me, because now I see a bunch of stuff here. This looks like a boss, somebody that you may have respected. Okay, there was somebody here who is respected for their position. So I have somebody here who may have been putting in not enough effort or energy into whatever their work was. And so they're trying to defend themselves and their actions. But if you were committed to this job or this person or this situation, and you had a level of expectation for something more, like money, like maybe you wanted a raise or you wanted more money, this has something to do with seeking your expansion and or abundance somewhere else. It required you literally to okay. So if you recently, and this is, I'm kind of piggybacking this to the last reading that I did, because it feels like somebody here lost their job and it was unexpected. There was an injustice, so somebody definitely feels like, you know, there's a little bit poor me, pity party over here, but there definitely feels like there had been some type of injustice here. But I'm also getting a sense that somebody here wasn't, you know, maybe you thought you were putting in a whole lot of effort and energy into it and maybe it just wasn't enough. And so you were kind of hoping that if you could just hang in there a little while longer, you were going to make that money. But that didn't quite work out. That didn't quite work out. Yeah, there's been some kind of injustice here. All right. There's been some type of injustice. There's a whole lot of sorrow. However, I don't think you're connected to the anxiety energy of the loss of the relationship. I think there's a deep understanding of this is what it is, right? It may not feel fair. Yeah. There's a missed opportunity. There's a missed opportunity here. There may be someone here who makes a harsh decision to cut out a relationship, cut out this foundational relationship. Cut it out, or somebody's seeing the truth of it and really looking at it from a very logical perspective, even though there's like loss and there's a lost opportunity and yeah. But by making this decision, the wheel turns in your favor. It feels very burdensome. The relationship, this Two of Cups in reverse, that's disharmony in the relationship. That's the breakdown. And that's what's been causing all of this tension and stress within the foundation of the relationship. Baby, why is there secrets and shit coming out? I'm telling you, every time I pull cards, it's always, I don't care what collective I'm jumping into, it's some somebody here been juggling. There are secrets coming out. There are secrets coming out. Now the thing is that whenever this person, whoever this is making the decision, whenever they make their decision to release the burden, that wheel turns. It kind of gives me like, I used to talk about this Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune dynamic, and it's kind of like the Two of Swords kept showing up in all of my readings, and I'm like, just make the decision, because as soon as you make the decision, that wheel will click. It'll turn a little bit to the right, you know, and it'll start moving. And the thing is that once, and the Lovers is in the reverse, so once somebody literally makes this decision, bam, everything, because here it is, the Lovers in the reverse of Two of Coins. Somebody here needs to speak up, make their decision about which direction that they're going to go in. I really feel like somebody here is choosing themselves, choosing to heal themselves, choosing to focus on themselves, choosing to focus on, you know, the business that pays them. And there's somebody here who's definitely upset and angry about it, or just having a whole bunch of anxieties about the change. Yeah, there may be some things being said about you, but I don't feel like somebody here doesn't have the desire to like defend themselves or fight back. They're just, I'm out. I'm releasing this. I'm letting it go. I'm choosing to commit elsewhere where, you know, where I feel celebrated. Yeah. You may have somebody here obsessively watching your social media, but they may be obsessively watching you, but they have no desire to put any work to the situation. They refuse to change, and therefore it's this whole energy. They're either releasing you or you're releasing them. Releasing the energies from the past because you don't see any fruitful energy in it. And somebody's just really focused on the past. You're ready to move on. Okay. Again, I don't know who I'm reading for. It's a different story. Take it how it resonates. Take it how it resonates. Ooh. It's not you, it's them. Somebody's childish. Both of these cards are card number 5. I do have lots of 5s out here and lots of 2s. So the number 2 and the number 5 could be of significance. Someone returning, deepening bond. Then we have family issues. Then we have confusion, empathy overload, and throwing shade. The number 616 may be of significance. Assert yourself at the bottom. You can't see this. The glare is bad. Ooh, assert yourself and hidden agenda at the bottom of the deck. Empathy overload. Okay, so you could be seeing synchronicities of 166. Okay. 55. May 11th could be of significance. June 16th could be of significance. May 5th could be of significance. April 19th could be of significance. All right, so let's talk about the zodiac. Let's see who we got out here. For sure, I have Libra and Gemini. I have Sagittarius. I have Pisces. I have Taurus. I have Aries, Capricorn, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Capricorn, Leo. I did say all the fixed signs. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me grab a couple of index cards before we wrap. These ones come out. These are sticking out to the side. Okay. Oh, these are sticking out. Let's see what we got. All right, we have family friend or family friends. The month of February could be of significance, could be dealing with an Aquarius or Pisces. Someone's throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Keeping secrets. There's a ringleader out here. Someone lies on the kids to them or about them. Someone has, ulterior motives being revealed. This came out yesterday. Secrets coming out. So ulterior motives and secrets are definitely coming out. Open your windows to breathe in fresh air and energy to your home or your space. You have new love, a new person or a cycle getting ready to start. Someone is getting readings or paying for spells. It is not your fault. Someone says they're lost without you. Could also be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio, or the month of October could be of significance. Let's grab this other batch. Let's see. Yep, the heart chakra is out here again. So it's very important that you keep your heart chakra open, okay? And be able to show compassion, even towards people who have done you dirty in the past. Like having that energy of compassion, because you understand the way that they're being, or who they are, or who they've portrayed, or who they project themselves to be, doesn't really have anything to do with you. We are all flawed as human individuals, right? And really, when you learn to keep your heart chakra open, you learn to have compassion for people who don't necessarily act with integrity. I mean, you could literally love folks from a distance, okay? I've been practicing that for a while, and it works beautifully. Somebody here is in a mental prison. Somebody is exhibiting risky behavior. And also, if you don't balance your heart chakra, like you literally can suffer from, like when you close your heart off like that, you can bring about physical ailments to yourself, you know, jacking up your own circulatory system. So it's important to keep your heart chakra open. All right, we have distorted feminine energy. The month of September could be of significance. Virgo or Libra, out here again. Somebody's no longer afraid, you're healing, and there is dark energy all around you. All right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonated for you or gave you clarity on your own situation, please give the video a thumbs up so that we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box. My books are always open. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support ongoing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell so that you can see when my next uploads are coming. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.